everyone. Welcome to Mr. Erbac's game. Game start. Mr. Erbac's retro classic video game review.
Back in the 80s, wrestling was red hot, with territory still hanging around, as well as the AWA. But the big two, you had WCW, which had bought the assets of the National Wrestling Alliance and Jim Crockett Promotions in the late 80s. WCW even got its own game on the NES on December 9th, 1989 in Japan, and April of 1990 in North America.
World Championship Wrestling! Fight!
Even so, WCW was a solid number 2 behind WWF and the power of Hulkamania. Speaking of NES wrestling games, WWF WrestleMania had already arrived early in 1989 on the Nintendo Entertainment System. A while back I reviewed WWF WrestleMania for the NES, a decent first effort by the developers at Rare, published by Acclaim. Check that out! Rare would develop a sequel to WWF WrestleMania, WWF WrestleMania Challenge, published by LJN. I will review this follow-up to WWF WrestleMania on the NES. The previous game used the tagline from WrestleMania 3, bigger, better, badder. US would get a November of 1990 release, while Japan would have to wait till March 27, 1992. In the previous review, I reviewed 3 ports of an arcade game which had an enemy inspired by Andre the Giant. His name was Andor in those games. Now I'm going to be reviewing a game that has the actual Andre the Giant. Is this game bigger, better, badder, brother? Well, if you really want to find out, dude, you better take these 3 commandments in consideration before you step into the squared circle, brother. Now, train. Say your prayers and eat your vitamins, brother. And let's step into the squared circle and find out what you're all about and where you're going, brother. Well, let me get you up to speed and we can find out, brother, if this game is up to the challenge, dude.
Hey, Slayer, this this is Freddie Long, and tonight we're going to see if Mr. Erbac can take on the WrestleMania Challenge.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
What are you going to tell me, player?
It really doesn't matter to me, brother, which of these two dudes who get in the ring win that title. Because I'm coming for the championship. I'm coming for the title, brother. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to show all the Erbac maniacs, I'm going to show you the power of Erbac Mania. I'm going to show you where the power lies, brother, and what you're going to do when Erbac Mania runs wild on you.
Okay, player, let's go to Toby the Mind Keenum with the latest WrestleMania Challenge coverage, player.
Hello, humanoids. This is Toby the Mind Keenan. Are you up to the challenge? Are you ready to take on 8 of the most powerful and formidable wrestlers the world has ever known? Because they're ready to take you on! British Beefcake wants to take you to Dreamland with his sleeper hold, after which you may be faced with a very rude awakening courtesy of ravishing Rick Rude. Big Boss Man and Andre the Giant are ready to hurl their massive bodies into action, while Jacksaw Jim Duggan has more crafty strategies at his disposal than you could shake a 2x4 at. And you won't believe the raw power and muscle behind Mad Superstars, Macho King Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior, and Hulk Hogan. No matter which way you play, all the excitement of WWF Wrestling will be in your hands. Fly through the air as you deliver a picture-perfect drop kick. Feel the mat tremble as you suplex your opponent to the canvas. Experience the thrill of a victory over one of the WWF's most awesome athletes. Now let's go to Mr. Erbac for a further look at this WrestleMania challenge.
The challenge is waiting. The ring introductions have been made. The sweat is beating up on your forehead. The fans are buzzing in anticipation of the greatest main event in WWF history. You stare across the ring and glare into the eyes of your opponent, who is glaring right back at you. It's going to be a tough match, perhaps the toughest of your career, but you have training, experience, and determination in your corner. You know you're up to the challenge, the WrestleMania challenge. There's the opening bell. Now give it all you've got. First, let's compare this game's intro with its predecessor. The opening graphic has drastically improved, but the music sounds better in WrestleMania's intro. But that's not important. So here are your game modes in this one. 8 exciting ways to wrestle. 1 player versus computer. 8-man tournament. 1-on-1 action. Tag team action. And Survivor Series. Player versus player. You got 1-on-1 action, tag team action, and Survivor Series. The last is 2-player versus computer. Both players join forces to form a team that takes on 4 other supercharged WWF duos. The roster has 3 more wrestlers this time around, with 8 of the 9 total being actual WWF superstars, compared to the previous game's 6 total superstars. Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, and Randy Savage return. Although Randy has undergone a slight gimmick change, going from the Macho Man Randy Savage to the Macho King Randy Savage. Unfortunately, the Million Dollar Man Ted DiBiase, Bam Bam Bigelow, and Honky Tonk Man do not return. They are replaced by Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Ravishing Rick Rude, the Big Boss Man, the Ultimate Warrior, and yourself? No creator wrestler back then, so had to start somewhere. But why did they take away the ability to enter your name? Especially with this generic jobber-looking avatar? Once again, like the first game, every wrestler looks distinct and resembles their real-life counterparts. Quite good. Hogan now has his yellow trunks and tan. Andre brings back his giant girth. This game switches the camera view from a normal side perspective to an isometric view. The first game had a brawler feel to it. The ability to leave the ring has been added. The health meter has been set to the apron instead of on top. The A button will make your wrestler throw a punch. Holding down the A button will result in a second kind of attack. The B button can execute a grapple move in front or behind your opponent. Power moves can be executed with A plus B. A plus B can also be used to climb the turnbuckle. A button to jump at an opponent in the ring. B button to jump outside the ring. A button to attack a downed opponent. B button to pin him. Here's what I don't get. Hulk Hogan has his elbow drop, which he did do. He did elbow drops. But his signature move is the big leg drop. So yourself has a leg drop. Brutus Beefcake has a leg drop in this game, but not Hulk Hogan. He does, however, have a drop kick, which he didn't do in the WWF. He does have his big boot, but no leg drop. And how about a double axe handle smash instead of a drop kick? Start button to pause. Defensive wrestling. Pressing A plus B to duck out of the way of a power move. Springing to your feet or breaking out of a sleeper hold requires pressing the left and right arrows repeatedly. If you have enough strength, the same for kicking out of a pin attempt. Leaving the ring requires pressing A plus B while your wrestler is pushing against the ropes. Don't get counted out by failing to answer the 10 count, or in 2 players versus computer, when the player outside the ring leaves your designated area for a 10 count. In the same mode, the illegal partner not leaving the ring for the 10 count gets DQ'd. Forward to run, by the way, on the D-pad. Obviously, the biggest addition to this follow-up is Tag Team Match and Survivor Series Match. Press the select button in your team's corner to tag in your partner. This applies to a Survivor Series match as well. Speaking of Survivor Series, if you're a wrestling fan, or a fan of the Federation days, you know the Survivor Series match doesn't end until all members of the team are eliminated. This is a 3-on-3 team battle. Select plus A plus B and your partner will run in to assist you.
Hello everyone, I am Ms. Desiree, your announcer for tonight. I want to bring Mr. Erbac for his comments on the main event.
Well, let me tell you something, Miss Desiree. I'm not gonna come in here and be long-winded, give the Gettysburg Address. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. I don't care which of you two jabronis wins that championship match tonight, brother, because you'll be getting in the ring with me next, brother. And when I get you in the middle of that squared circle, I'm gonna beat you up real bad, have you falling at my feet, begging for mercy, saying, "Please, Mr. Erbac, please don't hurt me anymore, brother." And that's when I strike, break you in half, and take my title back, Jack. And that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
Here is the list of moves for all the wrestlers. If you want to enter the tournament, you better know them if you want to take yourself from a total jabroni to the World Heavyweight Champion. In the previous game, only Hulk Hogan could slam Andre the Giant. That was realistic. In this game, all of the wrestlers can slam Andre the Giant. What? For accuracy's sake, only Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior should be able to. They're the only ones in the Federation who actually did this in real life. Andre never let others pick him up, but Hulk and Warrior were main event superstars who were seen as superheroes by many fans. At least Andre has his reverse squash in the corner instead of climbing the turnbuckle. That makes sense. And he can also choke and headbutt, which he did in real life as well. That makes sense. Aside from steel cage matches, I can count the number on my hand of how many times Hulk Hogan went to the top turnbuckle in real life. One time I can think of. In a two-player only tag team championship mode, both players control two yourself characters, each a different shade. And each with different theme music as they vie for the World Tag Team Championship. Graphics. A crowd, floor mats, stairs have been added. The isometric view, not an improvement. The wrestler sprites are smaller and don't look any better. They're okay, but I think overall the bigger sprites of the first game are better. I also prefer the energy meter on top of the screen instead of on the apron, which looks weird. The portraits are pretty good. Although Hogan and Andre's portraits look better in the first game. It's a tie for Macho. In the first game, they jumped onto the turnbuckle. Now they climb the turnbuckle post like Spider-Man. Sound. The good news is composer David Wise returns. The sound effects are nothing special, but the music is awesome. Most of the tunes are 8-bit renditions of WWF Superstar themes. Except for Hacksaw, whose theme doesn't sound at all like his actual theme. Andre, who has a made-up theme since he had no theme when he wrestled. In fact, in the first game, he had Stand Back, which was sung by Vince McMahon, which sounded better than this. Let's compare Hulk's theme. I think it sounded better in the first one. Gameplay. Movement takes a little getting used to at first. I prefer movement in the first game, but this game gives more freedom to exit the ring, and climbing a turnbuckle is easier. There's also some questionable hit detection at times. Moves are slightly easier to pull off than the first game, like body slams. Most characters have their signature moves. There are no health items to pick up in this game. In the first one, you could regain health by grabbing them when available. This game is not as tough as the first one. No angry opponent, and you have multiple continues, whereas the first one was one and done. And you had to start all over. Let's look at the negative. Energy Beaters put on apron looks stupid. I like the WrestleMania logo in the apron as well as the portraits. They give you a made-up generic wrestler as the ninth choice, but you can't enter a name for him, which could have easily been implemented like the first game. In Tiger Survivor Series match, the partners not in the ring stand outside the ring instead of on the ring apron. That's silly. As silly as the goofy celebration of a win. No difficulty options. Once you figure out the occasionally tough AI, you should win no problem.
Stop running, you coward!
Jumping in and out of the ring is usually not responsive. Why won't you get out of the ring? Get out of the ring! So I had to climb the turnbuckle to answer the 10 count. Occasional shoddy hit detection. Some wrestlers have their finisher and they look great, but some are missing theirs. Hulk's moveset not having his leg drop, yet he has a Hulkster splash and drop kick, which he never did either of those. Boss Man Splash belongs to the Warrior. At least Warrior has his Gorilla Press, though it can be unfair to your opponent. No Boss Man Slam, by the way. Jim Duggan's theme sounds nothing like his actual theme. At least he has his finisher, though. It would be nice to go through tournament mode, not having to use yourself, and no real ending. At least the first game showed the World Championship you won. This game shows you nothing. You know what? I changed my mind about what I said about yourself. I mean, this guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Why is he not in the WWE Hall of Fame? I mean, who else can say that they beat this roster of legends right here, especially in a single tournament? He's a legend. Despite its flaws, this game is pretty good for an NES wrestling game.
Ooh, yeah! Dig it!
And pretty good for a game published by the infamous LJN, a toy company bought out by Acclaim Entertainment in 1990. LJN published a lot of terrible games. This is the peak of WWF games on NES. It gets worse from here.
Good thing about both these games, you got the Macho Man Randy Savage in this one. You got the Macho King Randy Savage in this one. Little boost!
I'll give it a slightly higher rating due to the added modes and bigger roster. It feels less confined due to being able to exit the ring. A 7 out of 10. Another good effort from developer Rare.
I got one last thing to say about this game. Oh yeah, I like it. Now pop this into your Nintendo Entertainment System. Find out if you're macho enough to take the WrestleMania challenge and step into it.
Hey, this is Chris Bowman. Thank you for watching this coverage of the WrestleMania Challenge. Tune in to Sports Circle for all the sports updates.
Did you know Sting and the Ultimate Warrior and the UWF were a tag team known as the Blade Runners? The same year of WrestleMania Challenge's release, Sting won his first world title from Ric Flair at the Great American Bash 1990. And the Ultimate Warrior won his first world title from Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 6.
Game over. Thank you for watching.
Boom, yeah!
Alright, player, this is Toby the Man Keenan.
Alright, we're rolling in action.
Alright, player, this is...
Good! It really doesn't matter to me who in that ring. These two dudes, they win that. Okay. It really doesn't matter to me which of these two dudes in that championship match tonight win in the ring, brother. Because I'm coming for my title, brother. That's my title. And all the Erbac Maniacs know that, brother. They're going to find out the power of the Erbac Mania. I'm going to show you, I'm going to show all my opponents where the power lies, brother. And what you're going to do when Erbac Mania runs wild on you. Rolling and action.
Hi, this is Chris Bowman. Thank you for watching the update.
Good.
Sports Circle for other sports updates.
And we're rolling and action.
Tune in to... Oh, I forgot to say hey.
Oh, no, you already did that. There you go.
Hello everyone, I'm Ms. Desiree, your announcer for tonight.
Okay, announcer Desiree, take 2 and action.
Hello everyone, I am Ms. Desiree, your announcer for tonight.
Alright. Cut. Wait, I got it.
Tonight's main event.
Okay, sorry. Alright, we're rolling.
Ready now?
Yeah.
I want to bring in Mr. Erbac for his comments on tonight.
It's okay. Cut.
Tonight.
And we're rolling and action.
I want to bring in Mr. Erbac for his comments on tonight's main event.
Well, let me tell you something, Miss Desiree. I'm not going to come in here and be long-winded, give the Gettysburg Address. I'm going to keep this short and sweet, brother. And let me tell you something. Shit, that messed me up with the butter. I'm sorry. All right, we'll try again. And we're rolling.
I want to bring in Mr. Erbac for his comments on the main event.
All right.
On tonight's main event.
Testing. See, testing. Testing. Okay. Right there.
Hello everyone, I'm Miss Desiree, your announcer for tonight. Announcer? Tonight's main event.
That's really good.